Hello again. It's Linda J. Brown. You know, I've got to have that J in the middle there. And if you're ever looking me up on YouTube or on Amazon.com where my books are listed, then put the J in because you can imagine how many Linda Browns there are out there. And this cuts the crowd down a little bit. Today is February 29th, 2016, and I'm more than 2 months, I'm 4 months into my third around the world solo backpacking trip that is going to take me at least 4 years to make my planned circle of the planet. So I'm going to take you with me. And I'm sorry I didn't start this recording a lot sooner when I first left home. I meant to, but I was being awed by my technology stuff here. I have too many cameras. This is just the webcam on my computer that I use every day. Just now getting around to trying my hand at it. It's not hard. Anyway. A little bit of a slow catch-up learning curve to my grandchildren and all of their fantastic abilities. But we're going to try to make up for time. And did I mention I'm 78 years old? I love this, and I'm going to rub it in your face. And you will watch me turn all the corners because, as I explained in the previous video, I am aiming for Lake Victoria, Africa, darkest Africa, in either Uganda, Kenya, or Tanzania. And the irony with that, the real joke with that plan is, that's going to be where I celebrate my 80th birthday, less than 2 years from now. And the real joke in the matter is that even though I've been traveling cheap on my budget, I will be staying in 5-star hotels there because I think that's about all there are on that large and glorious and deep and wonderful lake named for Queen Victoria. But victory is the meaning that I like to see in it, and will be feeling victory if I make it that far, halfway into my trip. Then the plan is to just keep on doing this as I leave Africa and go around Africa, pop around and discover all these countries by myself, just bopping away, going in and staying a while in each country. But at the age when people don't do this. And I am solidifying my title as the oldest around the world solo backpacker hosteler, and I would love to hear of challengers to that station. I want to meet them. I want us to get together and trade road trip stories and that kind of thing. So I don't mind if that coalition grows a lot, but for right now I'm the only one that I know, except my timer is timing. Noisily timing, and it shouldn't be, but anyhow. Except that on this trip in the Hostel La Vista that I stayed in when I first got to San Pedro on Ambergris Key, which is where I am right now in Belize, there were several men, somewhat close to my age, who were also traveling alone and exploring the planet. Not for as long as I'm out, but anyway, I did meet some, and I know that there are a lot of us gutsy seniors out here, and they may not all be traveling, but they're doing funny things. And this is my object, to bring these people into some kind of recognition, and I hope I can do it on this site, and we'll see. But anyway, I hope you will spot them as well. And maybe there will be a way that I can ask you to communicate with me, to let me know these things. My website, my traveling website, is www.heyboomers.com. That's the title of my first book, and it is the topic and title of my traveling website. I have another website on a different subject that I will talk about later, but I don't want to confuse the issue because it's about my inner life, and this travel is about my outer life. So stay tuned, and I will tell you about that sometime too. One of the questions that I need to address here is probably foremost in your head. One of many, I imagine, and that is, how can you afford to do this? Isn't this life very, very expensive? Well, there's a brief answer to it. I'm on Social Security, and as long as I stay alive, Social Security will pour into my bank account. Admittedly, my Social Security may be somewhat large, relatively large, and that's because I was married to a doctor for a long time. And once he died, I now collect his whole Social Security. So I'm the first to admit that perhaps not everyone could do it on their Social Security. But that is still a limited income, and I do kind of use a credit card lavishly to balance it out, and I pay that with my Social Security so that that actually stretches the amount a little bit more. But I am on a budget, and I do stay in the cheapest lodgings that I can find, which are, well, free sometimes, because house sitting, pet sitting and house sitting turn out to be very, very good ways for individuals and especially for couples to travel all over the world, everywhere. And they stay in lovely places free, and no one pays them to manage the house and the pets. But it's a very win-win situation for everyone. Now, I'll continue this topic again in another, but my 6 minutes has expired. See you in a little bit.